Are you having issues with your outside plug not resetting? Does it really irritate you every time you go to use it, it doesn't work? Stick around and we can help with that. How to wire a new residential construction. So today we're going to talk about outside outlets and why they don't want to seem to work. The problem with these outlets, the reset ones, is that any bit of moisture that gets into them, they tend to want to not work properly. So when you look at your outside outlet and it seems to be tripped, obviously press the reset button. But sometimes that reset button seems to stick. So a helpful hint that we tend to do, when you press test and it doesn't want to test, sometimes you'll have to take a blunt object and just give a little push in on it, and it'll, until you hear the click. And then you're going to want to push that reset button until you re-engage the spring. The reset button actually has a spring that pops out in it, so you have to push that in quite hard sometimes to get it to reset. Another good idea is these new in-use covers that we install on all newer outlets. Basically what this does is it goes over the outlet, and you can run a wire up through the bottom and then close the cover on top of it. And that keeps the moisture, or keeps the moisture out of the outlet. Now, not all outdoor outlets are the same. Each one can be a little bit different. This one behind me here, we have an outside receptacle on, and it's not a GFCI. So as you can see, it's a regular outlet. So when you run into these and they don't work, obviously you have to find where the GFCI outlet is that is protecting this one. So I'll just show you here what these new outlets look like. These outlets come with the reset button not enabled. So that reset button has to be pressed when the electrician first installs it. And also, it won't reset unless it has power on it. So you can see you're pushing in and nothing's happening. So it needs power for the first time. And on the back of these, it's clearly marked line. So that would be the power coming from the panel, and then load. So the load would go out and protect an outlet like this on one end of the house to the other. And they do that to save on these GFCI receptacles. So at the end of the day, when you're trying to reset your outside plug, the first thing you're going to do is try to hit the reset button, obviously. Secondly, if that's not going to work, then you're going to have to go to your panel and look at resetting your breaker. You're going to do a hard reset off and then back on. Thirdly, it could be a blown fuse if you have an old fuse panel, so you should check that as well. Additionally, if you still can't find out the problem, then you may want to look for a hidden switch. A lot of people have these things outside switched from inside for Christmas lights. And finally, if it keeps tripping when you go to reset it, check what you have plugged into it. If you don't have a good quality cord plugged into the outside receptacle, as soon as it gets any moisture in the receptacle, it's going to cause it to trip. So you're going to want to check for that. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. I hope you guys liked it. You can also come over to our website to check out on what we recommend for recommended products. Additionally, if you're still having issues with these, then you may want to look at getting a GFCI breaker put right in your panel, and then you can just have regular outlets on the outside. So when it does trip, you can just go to your panel and reset it, and then you don't have to worry about this. A lot of times, these outside receptacles will power a bunch of other receptacles. So you don't want to get into a situation where you're continuously outside hitting reset. Thanks for watching.